Okay,
Fuck.
what are we doing, Benny?
We are here in Barcelona in this film studio, man.
How did we get here? Like, we quit everything. Like, we had this really promising corporate job, 7 years. You were a director of marketing.
And you were head of revenue operations, man.
And we all left it there. Just
And we are now YouTube creators.
And now we are creators.
we want to be.
We want to be, and we have no idea about the whole
We
thing.
have no idea how to do it.
I cannot film.
I cannot talk. Perfect.
Yeah, but it is what it is.
Yeah,
But-
what is actually grown-ups?
Yeah, we switched our old life to the new life where we are content creators, and we started this new project, which is Grown-ups.
So now maybe explain what grown-ups is. Right?
Yeah, what are we actually doing? So we started this new project where our goal is to help fellow men to reconnect with themselves, to become healthier, more fulfilled, stronger, and also more authentic versions of themselves. And we want to do this together with them. So we are going on this journey with our audience. We want to try out different techniques, tools out there, visit experts, really explain what's happening. What are the different methods that you can do on your journey to grow into this more, healthier, fulfilled version.
Yeah, and in the parts like physically, mentally, emotionally, right?
Yeah,
We
yeah.
always called
Body, mind,
soul.
soul.
Yeah, and who are we actually targeting? So as you already pointed out, it's targeted towards men. What we think these men we are targeting have in common, so we think as ourselves as the persona. So we would say ambition-driven men who are growth-oriented, so that they really want to improve themselves, they want to grow. Probably in their job they have already like some sort of responsibility, they grew in their career, but they lack something. They lack something and they want to explore what that something is, and they want to kind of also try new things to get to a better version of themselves. Not only physically, because that is maybe the easier part, but also emotionally and mentally.
Yeah.
And the two personas we are targeting is one is the let's say the Kevin persona.
The Kevin.
The Kevin, the good-looking guy. No, let's just saying the guy who is already on the journey, maybe also a bit more spiritual, has already done some, in your case, yoga, breathwork, is naturally maybe interested in these things and wants to explore what is out there, what is there more. And then we have the Benyi persona, who is, talking about myself, rather like skeptical about all of these spiritual stuff, but also open to tap into it, like what is out there.
Yeah.
But maybe is a bit more hesitant about all of these things.
And skepticism is a really good thing, actually. Like my old yoga teacher said, you should be skeptical because it means you don't believe all the shit everybody tells you, but you're open enough to try it out on your own. And that's exactly what we need. So we are both skeptical in our own ways. I'm just a bit longer already on my journey. Benny is like still trying it out, figuring it out, but we both are. We want to grow. We sometimes notice there are things that holding us back. We don't really feel what is. I want to actually find more also like a community around that, like other people who I can relate to in this regards. And that's, I think that makes it's easy to target people because we just need to target somehow ourselves.
Yeah. And what are we actually doing? We do like the things that are out there, the offerings. So, for example, you talked about breathwork,
ice bath, sauna. We do like a complete health checkup. We been to a yoga and breathwork retreat. We tried out tantra.
Yeah, like lots of crazy different things. We record what we are actually doing, so you can see, for example, how we do the breathwork. And then we talk with the experts. So we are not the experts. We talk through the experts, let's say. And then at the end we do a recap to share our honest feelings, our honest experiences with you.
Yeah.
And to make it actually easier for normal men like us
to try out these things.
Yes.
Yeah. So they already have somebody to relate to. Okay, if Benny and Kevin tried these things out and they have these kind of like this is how it helped them. Maybe I can try it out as well.
Yeah. And most of the time it looks a bit crazy from the outside, but it really helps. Like just talking about myself for the first 6 months, it really changed me a lot, and I would say to the better.
And sometimes we're also funny.
Yeah, hopefully.
Sometimes. All right. Yes.
Let's go.
Okay, and how did we actually end up here? So what was our personal journey? I think that's interesting for the audience.
Yes, so I think we talked about two personas, right?
Yeah.
So should I make the start? Or?
Yes, you're the starting. Talk about persona Benny.
Okay, so the persona Benny, I talk about him in the third person. So my journey.
No, third person, please.
Okay, this imaginary guy, right? He had a super good childhood. He was a happy child, an ambitious person who then, did the studies, went to a private business school, went out to do the great career, let's say. So starting in a software scale-up, becoming the head of that in like a super fast period of time, doing all the things that he wanted to do, basically going to New York, to business trips, like becoming a big business guy. Was cool, it was great, until last year, I would say. And he had an amazing girlfriend also, like beautiful, smart, everything. But last year then there was a rough time, really rough time, I would say, because now this guy is already 33, and there's like the question about the next steps, right? So naturally, the people around him, they have children, they marry, it's all about the next step, you know, you kind of feel the pressure already. And yeah, the biggest challenge there was the relationship, because we were then together for 9 years, and the natural next step didn't come. So. And then it was not clear, should we have children, should we not have children? So end of the story was that, we broke up after 9 years. So that was by itself super rough. Still going through the transition, so still challenging. Then another thing was my knee. So I would describe myself as a pretty sporty guy. My knee got fucked up. I don't know what's in English, LCR, whatever.
LCL?
Tear. Yeah. Anyway, my knee was broken, so I had 2 surgeries, so couldn't do sports for almost 1.5 years. And then the third thing, also a big part of my life, was always the career. And there, the company I worked for went super down. We had to fire a lot of people. I had a terrible time in my job. And yeah, all of this in the same time. And then, you know, like this, the first time, then you realize, okay, in these rough times, you really need some tools to help yourself. Also, you cannot then go into work and then just try to shuffle it all down. You just feel miserable, like in all areas of your life. So I was searching for something that I could do for myself to help myself. And this is where you actually came in, and you brought me to like breathwork or tantra workshop, and it was a bit stupid for me in the beginning, the thought to do these things, but then yeah, I tried and I realized, oh, this really helps me. So yeah, that was the beginning.
Nice.
Long story. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing. Yeah, my journey.
Yeah, handing over to you.
So my journey my journey is somehow similar to yours. Maybe it started half a year before. So I had also this promising career at a really cool startup. Had a really good time and was becoming head of in a really fast time. Was leading a team of 7 people. Had a really good mentor. So career-wise, everything perfect. But was already in therapy 1 year. Funnily, because actually it was I didn't had really an issue or something where I had the need to go to a therapy. But my former boss, he said he will become a father now, and he doesn't want to bring anything into this new relationship with his child. Like any shit, like he doesn't want to carry all these bags and bring it into this, everything that he basically carried with, he didn't want to bring into this new relationship. And he compared therapy somehow like going to the dentist. So you also, if you don't have cavities, you also go to the dentist, just like you don't get cavities. And that was okay, that makes sense. I don't want to have cavities. So I was trying it out. Mental cavity. So I was trying it out. And at the beginning also the therapist said, okay, I don't know what I should there's nothing where I can do. Already no, it was I don't find anything. Yes. Yeah, I don't find anything. And then after 2-3 sessions, there was something. So what I want to say, I was already on this journey of trying to discover myself a bit better. And then at some point in the job, I noticed there's something missing. Yeah, I don't feel it's difficult to describe, but I just had the feeling there was something missing, and I have the feeling I need to quit my job to find it. And then, of course, I did the natural thing you do. I did a teacher training in Bali. A yoga teacher training in Bali, of course, you do that. And that was for me the beginning, actually.
You shaved your hair? Or?
I shaved. No, that was later.
Okay.
So that was for me the beginning. I was there with only women. And for me, it was super challenging. I was doing already yoga because of a back injury I had when I was 20. But I never knew why I was doing yoga, and I just did it. And during the teacher training, I confronted myself so heavily because all the women, they had a much easier time to connect with themselves and talk about how they feel and so on. So there were often ceremonies where then everybody was like, okay, now I feel so much lightness and so much warmth, and I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't feel shit. I feel nothing. So and that was already the hint. Okay, somehow I got really closed up at during my childhood, or I don't know when, but I just got a bit more closed. And that was, I think, the beginning. With a lot of practice, for the first time, I noticed then some things. But that was what made me curious to go on this journey. And maybe that's the persona, the persona that already saw for the first glimpses of, okay, that helped me actually, and I want to discover more. I want to see more. And then I did the silent retreat, and there I shaved my hair. And
what do they say? If you have seen it, you cannot unseen it.
Yeah, if you've seen it, you cannot unseen it. That's really good one, because I never felt so good after the 10 days of silent retreat. And for the first time, I had the feeling of feeling myself. And then that's exactly what you say. Once you've seen it, once you've seen that there's more to it, then you cannot unseen it, and then you get even more curious. You want to try out different things. What are the things that help me? Yeah, sorry, Benny?
No. By the way, we are just we will be going to a silent retreat in 3 days.
And Benny also will see it.
Yeah, sorry to disrupt you.
Worries. And one thing that still stuck with me was that I noticed that all the women that I was encountering, like during the yoga retreat or silent retreat, they were just more mature in the sense. It was easier for them to talk about their emotions and feelings and also connect with other people. And so then I was researching a bit, and then I noticed it's not a persona Kevin problem, but for many men it's the same. That it's just at some point, we don't know why. Maybe it's because how we were raised or how society sees us, but we just closed ourselves a bit up.
Yeah.
And it's not so easy actually to open this again. So we were also conducting some street interviews. Maybe you see it in a later episode. But we noticed that also many men at some point they noticed, okay, they don't want to have that anymore. They don't want to.
Yeah, but like you said, most of the times, I mean, how we were raised, and then to be the strong man. When do the men, like, when do they change? When something like shit happens. Yeah, shit happens.
Shit hits the fan.
Exactly. So that's when you then start to think about these things. But yeah.
And most of the time, then it's a bit late, you know. Then you tear your ACL or you break up with your relationship. It would be cooler if that would. Like if you could already start before, and that's a lot what we also want to preach. No, prevention.
We believe is that the world would be a better place if we had better accessibility to these tools, because then a lot of like the anger, a lot of the fights, whatever. Maybe there's no need for this, all of this shit, you know.
Yeah.
Because most of the problems are created inside yourself, and if you are not in line with yourself, then you bring that out, and then you have the problem with the partner, with other people, whatever.
Yeah, 100%. It's not only like it benefits us and so much more. We see health holistically, so we always say body, mind, soul, because something that holds you back emotionally can also hold you back physically and the other way around. So you need to, if you want to become more fulfilled, authentic, healthy, you need to look at yourself and your health from different angles, from more perspective, from emotionally perspective, mental perspective, physical, and maybe even from a spiritual perspective.
Yes. So we invite you to follow us on our journeys, to also give us inspirations what we maybe can try, what you would be curious about, and we would be super happy if it helps you. If it helps you, I think the main reason also why we do this is to inspire other people, you know. Like I think it started now with even like small things, but just some friends writing us, hey, I want to try this breathwork. This looks really cool. Like if we can do this for 10 people, for 100 people, that is, I think, if we can change it slightly to the better, that for me it would
accumulates,
be super happy.
Like this, the people who feel better then are also treating other people who feel better in a nicer way and so on. So maybe we can create ripple effects. And at the end, yes, at some point we want to do our own little part to improve the world.
Yes, maybe for us, I think it will not only be the YouTube channel at some point, but also creating a product and a company out of this. So stay tuned. There will be an own pillar where we will take you on our journey to building this company. Exactly.
In the next video, we will show you exactly how we want to build this. We will build this in public, and we will take you on our journey.
Let's grow.